Hello, my name is Juan Barcio Rosales, and I'm the producer of our new movie, The Last Hunt. Our editor was Gavin Breeding, our cinematographer was Matthew Cano, and our set designer was Maximilian Garces. Today we'll be talking about how our new movie, The Last Hunt, uses and also challenges the codes and conventions that are traditionally from the crime drama genre. To start, I will introduce the characters and the plot of our movie. In The Last Hunt, we have four main characters. First, we have the hitman, played by Matthew Cano, and his name is Jack Jacobs. He is a retired hitman that used to work for the boss, played by Gavin Breeding. We see him as a very relaxed man that is enjoying his vacation and his retirement. But we see him that he gets interrupted by Gavin Breeding in the first minutes of our movie. He is portrayed as a very reluctant at first due to being already retired, but has been bribed by the boss with a payout that he's never seen before. Another character that we see is the boss, as mentioned before, that was played by Gavin Breeding, and we based him off Doc from Baby Driver. We dressed him as a very well-sophisticated man with a whole suit and tie and glasses to keep on his identity of a very mysterious and high-ranking man. The next character we have is the technician, played by Maximilian. We see him as a very mysterious and very secretive guy, having to meet up with him in a parking lot to keep his identity secret. He is very against this plan of capturing Rico, since he knows he's under surveillance, but it is still done to help our hitman Jack Jacobs due to their prior history. The last character we have is my character, Rico Marquez. He is the son of a rival mob boss to the boss. He is the victim that Jack Jacobs must kidnap as assigned by the boss. Throughout the movie, we see his hideout and why he stays there. A recurring question we have is, how does your product use or challenge codes and conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? In general, codes and conventions give a backbone to our movie. It also gives the audience an idea on how to perceive the characters in the movie. For example, a victim, or maybe the criminal that we're following. We use codes and conventions that are very similar to other crime drama movies, like using a similar plot structure or characters, like the mob boss, criminal, and a tech-savvy right-hand man. We also use suspense a lot throughout our movie, like with audio and music in the background, or the night sky that we use for the safe house. Using these dark settings ups the tension in our movie, giving us a more suspenseful and a more dramatic feeling. We also use different codes that you can see throughout crime drama movies, like our characters showing different morality changes, like with Jacobs changing from being a retired man to being back on the job for the boss due to a high pay. But one thing that we did change from other codes that are very repetitive in crime drama movies is that we didn't want to focus on the repercussions of the crime. We wanted to focus more on the crime and the setup of the crime, and as well as the chase of Jack Jacobs. But we didn't want to focus on what would happen to Jack Jacobs throughout the movie. We didn't want to mention the time he was spent in jail, or maybe what would happen to him afterwards. We wanted to focus more on the action to get right to the point. When a movie is a crime drama and is a very unrealistic situation, a realistic situation that happens in our movie is kidnappings. Kidnappings are a very common crime that happens all throughout America and the world. Rising kidnappings have been seen and spotted all throughout. You can see this in South Florida or other countries like India or France. Another problem that we have is information. With the rise of the internet, we all put information into the web and not knowing where it may go. This problem is seen in this movie by having Max know all about Rico and how he has information about what he does on his day-to-day life, and where he goes in his day-to-day life. This is a very common problem nowadays, as seen through the spread of information through the internet, that we put information like birthdays or our location in websites that we don't know where this information is going to. giving random people that we may not know information about us that maybe they do not need or could put us in dangers. So to recap, even though our movie is a crime drama, it still talks about the social issues of kidnapping and the spread of personal information to people that may not need it. This gives our movie a deeper meaning by warning people to watch out what they do with their information and who they give it to, as well as informing people that kidnapping is still a very common crime that happens all throughout America and the world.